your advice to young married couple?
For me, for a woman, there's a few different things. Number one, if you can't seem to fix things, the two of you, get some help.
Okay.
If it's through a pastor or some sort of counseling.
Awesome.
And we've done that, and it's been very helpful. And it's important for women to have a confidant, someone that they can sit and have a cup of tea or coffee with and talk. Not necessarily bashing their husband, I don't mean that, but just talk about things. Because a real good friend will say to you, I know your husband loves you, and you're going to work things out. And a lot of relationships are improved over a cup of coffee. Women have a need to talk, men don't so much, and I feel like it's important to have that for a woman. I feel like it's too much pressure for a woman to depend totally emotionally on their husband. It's a lot of pressure. And you might both have jobs, you might both have other responsibilities, and if I look to him to make me happy, that's not fair to him, and it's not fair to me. I think that's really important. Also, being married is making a commitment. For us, it was making a commitment to God, and it was making a commitment to each other. And we've had some very, very difficult times, but we've also had some very joyful times. And I would say it gets better. I would say the last 5 years have been some of the best ever.
Yeah, I mean, those are the challenges that I'm talking, that are real life, challenges, that you deal with. I don't want whoever's listening to think that, oh, gee, 4 years in our story about how we met and, fell in love and all that it was a bed of roses the whole way, because, it wasn't.
I was going to say, we're human beings and we mess up. You hurt each other.
Yeah, but the commitment is important, and we're here. And I would say, just to follow up on what Peggy said, I think from a man's perspective, the formula is, well, just one thing for the women. The formula is, women, your husband wants to be respected. Men, your wife wants to be loved. So I'll dwell on that for a minute. They want to be loved. They want to be our faith. We're Christian, and our Savior Jesus Christ, through Paul, through the Apostle Paul, talks about what wives should do, and that's all that ever gets quoted. But the other half of that is, husbands, love your wives as Jesus loved the church being his followers. People can't even get their mind around that.
Because he died for them.
Well, and who he was and the way he died. So, but if you get your mind like small iota around that, you could love your wife, more than she could ever imagine. If she feels loved that much, it's easy for her to give you respect. When I say respect, ladies, it's not, he doesn't have to go out and become chief executive officer of General Electric or Hyundai. And I would say the other formula is, for the men, don't ever confuse being right, being successful. You don't have to be right all the time. Sometimes you think you're right, you're not. So really, you're right. Well, that's my right. Well, that's not. That's not the right. It's up to you if you want to have problems. But that's the thing. And as we talk about the challenges we went through in marriage, from my standpoint, it's my evolution of maturity. And I can tell you, I look back at myself as a married man in my 20s and 30s, and I was a freaking idiot. Marriage is not about what it can do for you. It's not about what it can do for you. My son-in-law, we've talked about this, and we've shared. It's a partnership where you are about to embark on life that's not going to be easy. Life isn't easy. I don't mean the marriage. You're not signing up to something that's established to be hard, but life is tough.
It is.
So
and to have a partner that you can trust with who you are and your feelings and your worries and your sickness, just a lot of different things, death of family member. When you can really trust that person to help you through it, you do it together. There is nothing. There's nothing like that. And I think as we get older, we've been having a lot of fun. We have adult children and grandchildren.
It's the best time.
But we do things together. We have been building memories together now by our taking trips. We go out to eat. We'll take a drive someplace. We have a dog that's down here at our feet, and she's our little puppy.
A little ragdoll.
This is Maisie down here. But we're making memories together still, and it's actually just sweeter. is
You
just
know,
sweeter.
at the end of the day, each other is all you have. You have family. We have our family. I have my daughters. I have my son-in-law here. But really, at the end of the day, each other is really all you have. You know.
Last question is not a question.
Okay.
But tell each other the good quality of your spouses.
Oh.
What spouses?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I actually have thought about this a few times recently. There's a lot. Tony and I are very different from each other. We're opposites in a lot of ways, but I have a lot of respect for him for certain things that he does. He works very, very hard, relentless, and when he was younger, he did that for himself too, to provide for our family, but for himself too.
Yeah.
But I know that I respect and appreciate. He's very smart. He's very persevering with his work. It matters a lot to him that he does well, and I appreciate that about him. Now, as we've gotten older, he's always up for an adventure. He likes to go do something, even if we go shopping. Yeah, I want to go. He likes to do that, and I appreciate that. And he has become more and more, it's going to make me cry.
Oh.
He's become more kind. Every night when I go to bed, he pulls down the covers of my side of the bed. So it's all ready for me when I get into bed. And he's very considerate, and that's come after many years, and I appreciate that.
So ladies, if you think your husband's far gone, you can always they can always come back.
Okay.
Just tiny little things, but they
It means so much.
Yeah.
It means
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, my wife is truly, for our family, she is, you see it in movies, this wife, she is truly the glue. She is of the family. To a husband, a stable family is important, but my wife loves me. I know my wife loves me more than anybody could ever love me. She would die for me, and that really rocks you when you think about it. But getting very serious. The most important thing. The most important thing. Because we're serious now. We're getting serious.
Very serious.
She's pretty as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know, ladies, don't you get my brain? You want my brain? Nobody cares about that. She's pretty, man.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Oh, come on. My wife has a golden heart, soft heart, a heart after God's heart. She's a good person. I'd say the most important thing, she's pretty.
Yeah. look at that. The picture. You got beautiful daughters on the back over there, and I'm married to one of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And they mostly look like her, right? They don't look like me.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they look like her. Luckily, we lucked out. You guys lucked out. Yeah.